Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dan Lags and welcome back to part number 4 of the Battle Mode Arena Let's Build. Welcome back everybody. We're going to start off every episode like we do with a couple of updates. Things that I've done off camera between episodes. More of like the grind work that, you know, I've talked about doing off camera for pretty much the entire series. But I actually finished up the lower level of the wall, going all the way around the entire arena. Try not to make you guys too dizzy. And then the really last part of the wall that needs to be finished is the mountain area, which again I'll continue to work on because I think I'm going to have it kind of like slope down a little bit, but I want to leave space over here for today's episode. Also, I added a few more trees by the igloo, but actually after doing this and taking a couple of days off of building this and then coming back to it, I think it makes a little bit more sense for me to move the trees maybe to this side of the arena because I'm going to build a log cabin over here. It would make more sense for the trees to be surrounding the log cabin than it would be surrounding the igloo. Because think about it logically. If there are trees in an area, why are you building an igloo when you can build like a wooden shelter? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. So what I'm going to do is wherever you see trees over here, I'm going to move them over here. And then I'm going to put ice spikes instead. And speaking of ice spikes, that is the first one that I built. I've started, well, I finished one and then I started the second one. I think I've kind of nailed it. Like that looks pretty damn similar to like a full-size ice bike, you know what I mean? So, and obviously as you can see up on the top there's a chest there, so we're gonna have to figure out a way to actually get to it because as of right now it's not possible. But that's pretty much it for updates. You know, I've been working on this thing on my live stream, like the grind work. I would never do anything you know, new on the stream. I would really just kind of continue the walls and stuff like that and just talk about what I'm gonna do next. But today I'm going to work on the log cabin, and that is going to be, you know, like what I'm going to start on today. I want to spend 2, maybe 3 episodes on this log cabin, and it's just going to be kind of like another structure here on the battle mode arena, which so far has just been, you know, quite frankly perfect. You know, this is exactly what I'd hoped for. It still needs a little bit more balancing in terms of like gameplay, because I just want it to be you know, it's quite a bit of a no man's land right now. It's very easy to see. It's very wide open right now, and I want to make it a little bit like closed off a little bit more. So like the lake is supposed to be kind of like no man's land. You're supposed to, like, this is not where you want to be, right? You know, you're wide out in the open. It's not a good idea. It's like the area between the Berlin walls. You know what I mean? But anyway, not really gonna change too much stuff over here, but I might add like a couple of random ice spikes that are like sticking up out of the water, possibly. That way, there's a little bit more cover in this area, so it's not completely desolate. But it is looking pretty good so far, and let's go ahead and start working on this log cabin. But one thing I want to do before that is actually show you guys that I made a parkour. Well, I started a parkour. It's not done yet. But basically, I'm working on doing like a semi-difficult parkour that you could get up onto the top shelf of like the arena, so like the second level up here. So that's how you do it. It's kind of like a tricky little jump right there. As of right now, you could escape, which I'm gonna fix this. I don't want you to actually, like, you could technically get out of the arena right now without you know, without flying, which is obviously problematic. So I'm gonna fix that, but I do want the second shelf up here to be accessible during game, because it gives people a high ground like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I think that's like a good thing. And I'll also be putting chests up here, and it'll be also the way to get to the ice spikes. And obviously, you know, you want to be careful of this waterfall, but my plan as of right now is to make it so you could like swim across the waterfall, which again doesn't really make a lot of sense, but that's something that I want to do. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, you don't want to get stuck in the cobwebs. That could be a potential problem, but that'll all be part of the balancing of the game. And we'll do more of that later, but let's just start off by working on the log cabin today. Alright guys, so when collecting materials for this log cabin, let's take a look. I'm going to do some dark oak wood. I would also like to use some dark oak wood planks, some spruce wood, and some spruce wood planks. Like those 4 things, and I'm going to mix and match because again, I'm not 100% sure what I want yet, whether I'm going to use spruce wood or dark oak. We're just going to have to wait and see. Another thing, I'm going to need is snow, packed ice, and regular ice. 100%, and those are going to be needed. And maybe even some white stained glass. I think white stain will probably be the best type of glass to use because it makes it look like it's been kind of frozen a little bit. So hopefully that'll make sense. But let's go ahead and get started with it today. And I'm going to lead off with my first block placement right here. And this is going to be, I guess, my first spot where I'm going to have like a wall. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a 7 block wide wall I think will be good. And then let's do a wall going across through the back of this, and we'll have this run down to a couple of blocks away from the, I guess, the edge of the wall, right? So maybe like right here. I would like this to be an odd number ideally. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that makes 15, so that's good. And then let's go ahead and take this across as well. We'll have this wrap back, and this will go straight across. And then I'm going to have this come in a little bit. And then I would like to make this maybe 7 as well. I don't know, again, I want to make sure that I'm doing this properly. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's just say that's a block. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it'll connect right there. Actually, that works out perfectly. Wow. So we'll connect that across. This should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's that's good. That's a good perimeter for this log cabin. It fits nicely in that space too. So that works out. That's a good start. And let's go ahead and take these dark oak wood logs up. So the reason why I grabbed spruce wood as well is because I don't really know which one I want to use. I think the dark oak wood is a little bit better, and here's the reason why. I think it kind of looks a little bit more frozen, doesn't it? I don't know if you guys see that, but it kind of has a little bit more of a grayer look, so maybe more frozen. And what about this spruce? I feel like spruce wood would be better than dark oak wood, though. I mean, we can always switch it out later, but that's definitely a thought. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this up 2 levels, have this wrap up here. We'll do a 3x2 window probably on the inside. So if I come in here, I'm going to place some blocks. This is going to get filled in as well. Have this go up, but it's going to be kind of like a simple log cabin. I'm going to have the entire roof covered in snow, and I'm going to have some like packed ice and regular ice kind of like angled down from the top of the roof. That way it looks kind of like icicles coming down. That's kind of like my plan as of right now. Let's do a 3x2 window. That'll be good. And let's go ahead and just do, I think I want to do like that going across right there. And then as far as the top goes, I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave this as just regular planks here. And then down here on the bottom, I think I might do some upside down stairs, and then maybe even some slabs. So let's go ahead and grab some of those. Let's do like 2 slabs right there, 2 slabs right there. I'll put an upside down stair. Actually, I'll put a slab underneath of it. I think that'll be pretty cool if I can get the spot. There we go. So we got a bunch of slabs running across there. Got some upside down stairs. I think I'm gonna also do some more logs in here. That'll look good. And then let's go ahead and grab some. Let's grab some dark oak wood as well. Some dark oak wood fences. But I'll probably build it in both ways and then decide later which one I like more. I think that's probably the best way to do this. Because I really don't know how exactly I want this to look. It's really going to have to be something I figure out as we go. But let me do that as far as like the window is concerned. And then maybe even behind this, I might even actually place some regular stairs underneath it here. As a matter of fact, I need to break that and place it there instead. There we go. So that looks pretty good. You know, maybe I'll place a stair there or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to try some things out. That could be the window right there. I think that looks pretty good. Might go with that. And then let's see. I think on this top level, I'm going to swap this out for some... Whoops, that's not what I want. Some dark oak wood. Have that run across there. And then I'm going to make these blocks heading in this direction. And then this is actually where I'm going to be placing the roof. So here's the question, guys. Should I do a slab roof or a stair roof? That's something that I got to figure out. I don't really know. Let's try the slab roof first, because it's a little bit easier to build it. And if I like it, then I'll go with it. But I think stair roof could be good as well. Really not sure. It really just depends on like the height. So that would be the slab roof. And then behind this, I just fill this in with some dark oak wood probably. And we'll take a look at, see how that looks. So that's the slab roof. Not too shabby. I think I might actually have that come out a little bit and even place like a stair underneath, just to add a little bit more detail to it. I don't know. Part of me likes it, but I feel like a steeper roof could look better, and I think it would just make it look a little bit bigger. So let's do the stair roof instead. I think will probably be a better option. So let's just try it. I mean, you know, we can do either way, but I think a stair roof will look better. And as far as the block choice for the roof, I'm starting to think, I don't know, maybe dark oak wood isn't the best idea. Maybe I should do a spruce stair roof, so it's a little bit of a different color. And it also looks like it's a little bit worn down, which I do like that actually. I like the idea of having it worn down a little bit, but I don't know, maybe the roof is better suited for a darker color. We're just going to have to, I mean, there's so many things to consider, so we're just going to have to try a bunch of things and just see what we like, really. But my plan for today is to get the perimeter of this house like put in, and then, you know, we can add more detail to it in future episodes, but let's just get a start, right? Okay, so let's grab some spruce wood slabs. You kind of forget how much lighter spruce wood is than dark oak wood after you're using both of them at the same time. It's you know, normally like there's not much of a difference between them. You know, they're pretty much interchangeable. It's really not the case when you look at them like right next to each other. Like, look at how much darker the dark oak wood is. But I don't know if I like the roof in a lighter color. I don't know yet. I think it actually might be better with all dark wood, because I don't want to use or maybe I'll do a dark oak wood perimeter and then have like the surrounding parts be spruce wood. I don't know. It's tough for me to say. Let's just try it with dark oak wood. I don't want to keep switching it up, but I do want to get it right, at least like on this first episode. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get this swapped out. And yeah, I don't want to switch it up too many times, but if I have to get it right, I will do that. And I think the key to making it a little bit less bland, because of using the same block over and over, is adding lots of detail. So we'll be doing that. And all right, that looks pretty good. Now, what if I did something like this? What if I added some like little dents in the wall here with the upside down stairs? That way, it actually kind of looks like logs almost. I probably have to kind of curve this to make that effect really work. I don't know. This is just something I thought of. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. I don't know. It's been a minute since I built a log cabin. But the good thing about this, it doesn't have to be like an insane build, because it's really not meant to be like crazy looking. It just has to be, you know, something subtle, detailed, and kind of continues the theme that I'm striving for on this build, which is kind of like a winter wonderland, right? Well, not really a wonderland, but oh, definitely winter. Definitely winter, but anyway, that's the front roof design that we got there. I actually think that, yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. I'm going to go with that instead. And then what we're going to do actually is just turn this, in fact, and we'll fill this all the way in. We'll get the whole wall filled in today, and we'll hopefully get all the roof put in. I think next episode will be all about making it snowy, right? Snowifying it, if for lack of a better term. But this back wall over here, I think I want to do something like this. I would like to do upside down stairs actually being the entire walls of the house, so it kind of has these indents to it. I think it'll just like look better than just a regular flat old wall. So I'm gonna try that throughout, and if I don't like it, I can switch it out, but I think it'll be cool. So that'll be kind of like the walls for like the whole house on the outer areas. We'll have to just wait and see if it's gonna work or not, because I really don't know. But what I am going to do is continue this border of the dark oak wood logs going all the way around the house. So that's definitely something we'll keep. So I'll have this wrap all the way around. And it should be on the same level as that we did on the front part of the house. So that's good. But yeah, it's really just like a simple log cabin. I was actually originally planning on doing something a little bit more rustic and something a little bit more fantasy-like when it came to like the house style. But the more I thought about it, the more it made sense for me just to do like a standard log cabin design. And that's really kind of what I'm going for. But anyway, this will run back past there, and that'll be the perimeter of that. And this is going to run across right to there. This is going to start up. So let's go ahead and connect this roof and see how tall it actually comes to. It's not a huge house, so I don't really see it being like that crazy in terms of height. But, you know, once we get the house done, I'm going to add trees around it. I'm going to add those trees. So the trees should be taller than the house itself. And then I'm also definitely going to be adding some like logs in front and maybe some snow piles, just, you know, making it look as wintry as possible. Definitely like a pile of logs, I think, is something we'll definitely do. But as far as this, I would like to continue it right here. So we will kind of follow this path and connect it to the apex here in a second. Let's see if we can get the spot right. And of course, it needs to be an odd number. I think that's very obvious. And looks like it is, so that's good. Whenever there's one block meeting at the top, you know you've done an odd number, which is always what I like to do on builds. I'm always a big fan of odd numbers. What if I actually brought that straight through here on both sides? Would that make it look a little bit more cabin-like? It could. I don't know. It's been a minute since I built something like this. What if, yeah, seriously though, like what if I took this through, placed some upside down stairs below it? Could look pretty good. It could look really bad too. No, I like that actually. That's very nice. Let's do that. And I can do the same thing over here. Have that go across. And it just adds some nice detail, right? Little things just to add some detail. Actually on the sides, I don't know. It makes it look a little bit wonky. Maybe not on the sides, but I can fix it in a second. Anyway, next thing I'm gonna do is well, here's the thing. I can actually take this across right here and bring this up like that, actually. And then have this go across. And we can... Oh, no, you know what? No. Let's not do that. Let's do this. New plan. Let's get rid of that design. We're going to scrap that whole agenda. And should I keep this, though? Well, here's what I want to do. I want to take a log across right here and connect it to there and bring this up. And I'd like to bring that up maybe 4 blocks. Maybe jump over to here, take this up several blocks. I'm going to place some fences. Maybe I'll probably switch those out with anvils, but I don't know. Fences actually could look better. And then I'm going to wrap this around the corner here. I'm going to place some slabs. And then I'm going to place some full blocks here. I'm going to have the door right here. And then I'm going to have a 3x2 window in that spot. And I think that's going to be like the front steps. Now the question is, where do I want to place this part? I think I'm going to do some stairs. Kind of have this connect around to there. Whoops, that's not what I want. Connect this to here. I'll probably place a slab there. And I'll have a, I guess kind of like a slab lining going across. Probably have it run to here, maybe. I don't know if I want it to go like all the way out like that. Maybe, maybe not. Might have it go to here. I don't know. This part's really just me trying to figure things out, get some ideas down, and put them down and see if I like them. All right, and then this will continue up another layer, and then this middle part, I think I'm gonna do another layer up from here. So like right there. And I might actually continue this out, continue that shelf out all the way to the edge. So something like that maybe. And that'll be the entrance right there to the house. So you kind of have to wrap around the side, I guess, to get in, which I'm all right with that. This looks like it's going out too far. So I'm going to take that in 1 block. And yeah, okay, that looks pretty good. So let's do that. Let's fill this in. I think the hardest part of this build, honestly, is just going to be making it snowy. I think that's going to be like the major key, because I'm going to have to kind of get rid of some of these stairs to add the snow. I think that's something that'll be a little bit challenging, but I'll try to do my best. Alright, so we're going to get this wrapped all the way up. And wrap it across, and we'll just get this whole thing filled in. I might add like a second story to this. In fact, it'd probably be smart for me to add like an attic with a window, because it would just give, you know, more areas to explore on the inside. That way it's just not just like a 1-story thing. So what I'll probably end up doing is taking a dark oak wood log out from there, placing something underneath of it, and then I'll probably put like a little attic window right there. So let me grab my white stained glass back out again. I'm gonna double stack these on the inside. I'll add something on the inside, like a double stack. I mean, even if I don't have space for it, I can still add something. And that's kind of like what I want to do right there. I think that looks pretty good. Let me actually grab some more dark oak wood logs here. Place a couple of these on each side. Gives a little bit more detail. I think that'll be good. And then maybe, just maybe, I can even do a couple of a couple of slabs just to the left and the right of that upside down stair. But that's like the log cabin design from this angle. One thing I have to do is get rid of this. I think we're gonna actually, should I have it go out just one block there? I think it does still look kind of good having it go one block out instead of two on this side part. I don't know, it's tough to say because it's not over here now, so it doesn't make as much sense. I suppose I can still do it over here though. Put the log back so it kind of runs through. Yeah, I think I am gonna do that. So that's the front of the log cabin right there, guys. I think it looks pretty good. It's not bad. So let's go ahead and work on the sides of it now. And just like I did on the other side, I'm actually going to make this stairs, okay? So we're gonna, again, this is like the one part that I'm not sure about. So let's figure this out right now, get this decided as to whether or not I'm gonna leave the siding in this way. I think it adds detail, but it might look a little weird. So let's just take a look at it from an angle. And you know what? I don't mind it. I think it looks fine. Another thing we got to do is come over here and put in the window back here. So we'll do a 3x2 window, kind of just what we did on the other side. I'm gonna grab some more wood here and kind of get some of this floor filled in real quick, just so I have like a little bit of a design. But yeah, it's gonna be a very subtle log cabin on the inside, very humble, nothing too crazy. But I think it'll be like a good area because, you know, you could definitely like ambush somebody in here potentially. I think I'm gonna build it so it's a little lofty. That way you could potentially like be up on like the rafters or something and jump down at somebody, possibly. You know, we'll just have to wait and see how it kind of all works out in the gameplay. But it's gonna be, the balancing of it's gonna be fun. I know it will be, and you know, we'll get to that in the later episodes. But for now, it's kind of just thoughts, I guess. But right here, I think I'm actually gonna just do a little slab lining there, just so the window is like 2.5 or 1.5 instead of 2 in terms of height there. I think it looks a little bit better under there anyway. And that's kind of what I got so far for the front of the house. So let's go ahead and get this roof filled in. One of the ideas I had for this roof that I mentioned at the beginning was to potentially have like part of it be this color of wood. And this is definitely an idea that I'm not sure about. So it's going to be something we're going to have to figure out as we go. But that's going to go out right there. That's going to go out right there. We're going to have some stairs underneath of both of those. And then this is going to go up. I'll just connect all the points in the roof right now. I think that's a good start before we get the whole thing filled in. I might even fill it in with spruce wood off camera and make a decision. That way I'm not wasting your guys' time. Because, you know, if I fill the whole thing in right now and I don't like it, then it's going to be kind of like a silly waste. But definitely be something I'll be doing throughout. But yeah, I like this so far. I think this is looking pretty good. And as far as like the mountain behind the house, it's going to like curve into this part of the mountain a little bit more than it will be going straight down. But it's going to be a part where, you know, you could technically climb up the side of the hill potentially and then jump onto the roof, and like you could definitely be up there, so you could have a little bit more of a high ground. I think it's definitely going to be like advantageous if you're actually playing this as a battle mode to have the high ground. It's going to, because when you're down on the I guess the level of the ice, then you're really going to be at a disadvantage because there's just really nowhere to cover yourself, right? I mean, you could go underneath the ice and the water, but there's only a matter of time before you're going to drown. I could hide a secret, like, aqua, or what's it called, respiration helmet somewhere. Actually, I might do that. I might hide a secret respiration helmet. That way, you know, you could technically be like a little fish in the game, but I actually am filling this in right now, like, subconsciously, so, well, we almost already have it filled in, so might as well just do it now. But that would be like the siding of the roof. I actually think that looks pretty good, to be completely honest with you. So let's just get the whole thing filled in right now. Screw it. Let's just fill it in. We can get a good idea of how the entire thing looks. But, I mean, I could also title this video, How to Build a Log Cabin in Minecraft in 25 minutes. Because let's be real, this is from straight off the top of my head. This is pretty good. I'm happy with this. But then again, this entire build has been very, very fun. So that's something I've noticed about myself. Like, when I have a vision for something and I have a lot of inspiration to build, I just, you know, I go crazy with it. Like, I really, all my ideas kind of work the first time and everything, like, goes smoothly. Doesn't always work like that. Alright, so let's get this filled in here on the side, swap this out. I mean, I don't even think this is really going to matter because it's eventually going to be switched out with snow anyway. But I do think it looks good, though, with like a little bit of a different color wood. But that's the log cabin. That's like the base of it. Let me get that last wall in the back filled in, and we'll have like a general idea of what this thing looks like from the outside. Obviously, we got to make it snowy. I can't say that enough. And we're going to have to do some other things to it. Add a few more windows and add the interior. But as far as just like the outside of it, pretty damn good for one episode, I will admit. I've been grinding this out. But up here, I think I'll just fill this in with regular wood until further notice. I might switch it out later. But that's like the only part of it that I'm not 100% sold on. It doesn't look bad on the sides, but on the back it might not look as good because there's kind of a more of the triangular part of the roof. So it might look weird, kind of as one part being stairs and one part just being regular regular planks, I should say. So I mean, really you don't really look at, you're never really gonna see the back of the house, I guess. So it really doesn't matter that much. But there you go, guys. There's the log cabin. As you can see, the windows with white glass, I think they look good. They kind of do look like almost frozen a little bit. But there you go, guys. There's the log cabin on the little small hill over there. I think it looks pretty good. It's in a good spot. I'm going to add some trees around. So basically the 4 trees you see over here are going to be moved over here, basically. And it's going to be kind of surrounded by trees. I'm also going to do some maybe over here on the side. Like this is something that I was definitely thinking about doing, which is adding like a pile of logs, like firewood, I guess, kind of. And kind of having just like a big pile of this, you know, no rhyme or reason to how I'm actually going to place it. But we'll just do something like this. And take this across right here. And have it run down to there. And then what I'll probably end up doing is getting out the rails and putting like the rails over top of it. This is like kind of like a way to like hold it down. This is always like a thing I've noticed that people do. So we'll do something like that. Maybe have like a little log pile. I'll probably put a couple of those around the house. And we have to add a chimney on the house. We have to add the trees and add the snow. That's the most important thing, though. We gotta add the snow to make it, you know, completely a frozen snowy cottage. So I'll throw in the door here, and I'm gonna add these last couple pieces of dark oak wood logs on the side of the build. So we need to add one right here, and we need to add one right here, and I gotta place my upside down stairs as well, like that. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. So thank you guys for watching. It's been Dan Lags. The fireplace is probably gonna go on this side, but I'm not sure yet. That's something we'll figure out later, like when we do the interior. But as far as just like a basic log cabin for this build, can't ask for much more than that. I think that's pretty good looking. So we'll definitely work from here and continue it. It's definitely got to be snowy though. As of right now, it doesn't really fit in because it doesn't have any snow on it. But let me show you guys real quick. I'm gonna do this at the end of every episode. Show you guys what it looks like snowing. So this is how you would play it. I was also thinking about doing it at nighttime as well. So it would be like a calm snowy night would be the, I guess the setting for the actual like gameplay. So that way it's a little bit more, like your visibility is a little bit lower than it would be normally, which I think helps. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, let me make it daytime again. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Battle Mode Arena. I'll see you guys back for another episode in a couple of days. Continue to work on that log cabin amongst other things. So guys, it's been Dan Lags. I appreciate your view, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out.